The determining factor between your success or your failure lies in your mind. In Napoleon Hill's book, How to Own Your Own Mind, Napoleon Hill shared the wisdom that Andrew Carnegie shared with him. The fact that accurate thinking, organized thinking, your ability to control your own mind will determine if you succeed or fail in life. I wanted to share a powerful lesson that we uncovered this morning in our Study and Grow Rich call. It's a call we have every single morning, Monday through Friday, as a part of the Think and Grow Rich mentorship program, where we dive into books of Napoleon Hill every single day to keep our mind right, to keep our thinking accurate. We started chapter 2 today, and Napoleon Hill was saying, "It would be surprising to me if anyone reads this chapter without experiencing a definite increase in self-reliance, willpower, and enthusiasm over the opportunities of life." He goes on to say, "It has been the experience of all whom this lesson has been taught that they notice a complete change in their entire mental attitude, a change that practically eliminates fear, doubt, indecision, and inaction. This chapter should have the effect of causing the reader to be born again and, through that new rebirth, discover the self he did not know that he possessed." Many of you are familiar with this concept that Napoleon Hill talks about, primarily in Outwitting the Devil, the drifter and the leader within. Are we drifting in our life, or are we leading our life? Do we allow our other self to come to the forefront? The part of us that knows that we are successful, that we are confident, that we have everything within us to achieve our goals? Or are we going to fall back in fear, doubt, lack, worry, indecision, procrastination? So we were all sharing this morning stories of the parts of us that still fall back, the parts of us that doubt, that waver in our faith. So he's saying in this chapter that we have the ability, if we study this material and repeat it, to be born again. I think there's a phrase, be transformed by the renewing of your mind. And we have to be reminded of it every single day. And we were all sharing this morning this powerful message that we all needed to hear it, and how important it is to continue to renew our minds with this powerful material. Because if we don't, we fall back by default. We fall into fear, worry, lack, procrastination, and indecision. Okay, so he says by this chapter, we can be born again, renew our minds, and discover this other self that we didn't even know we possessed. He says, yes, everyone has another self. Housed in every person is a dual personality, a fact to which the psychologists and psychiatrists will testify. I certainly can. One personality is negative. It thrives on self-limitations, fear, doubt, and worry. The other is positive. It feeds on faith, courage, definite belief in self, initiative, enthusiasm, and the will to win. So I just want to encourage you, right here, right now, have you discovered your other self? Are you allowing the positive voices, the positive thoughts of faith, courage, definite belief in yourself, confidence? Are you feeding that part of you? Or are you just cruising through life? Just drifting, allowing the negative voices, self-limitation, fear, doubt, worry, procrastination, indecision take over your life. Oftentimes we're not even aware, and somebody shared in the group this morning that most people don't even know this material exists, that we have the power to change our entire life. We have such a beautiful community, and she's a therapist, her name is Laura, and she was sharing that we do not know that the subconscious programming that has been instilled in us through our families, through our programming, through our upbringing is negative, and it creates doubt and limiting narratives. But we have the power to change the programming, to rewire our subconscious mind. But if we don't do that, nothing changes. And what stood out for me was that decision that I had to make. I share my story of getting sober physically, and how before I made that decision, I was in this state of indecision. Some days I would drink, some days I wouldn't. Some days I would want to indulge, some days I wouldn't. And I would feel really guilty, and I toggled back and forth. I wasn't decisive. I just knew that I had this habit, that I had this pattern that didn't make me feel good. But when I made the decision to leave that back and forth behind and just to focus on being sober, it made everything so easy. That's when everything changed in my life. And so we talked about this morning, let's stop wavering. Let's stop going back and forth between fear and faith. Some days I'll believe, some days I won't. Sometimes this stuff works, sometimes it doesn't. Let's just make a decision to get out of this back and forth and just go into full faith. Will we be perfect? No, we will fall, but let's get right back up and decide this is how I live my life. I live in complete faith, in positivity, in hope, in solution-focused thinking. I surround myself with like-minded people. And that's what we all did this morning. I'm so grateful for this community. So if you're interested in joining us, we would love to have you. It's our Think and Grow Rich mentorship program, and our Study and Grow Rich is a part of that program. It is daily studies Monday through Friday. We also have our weekly Tuesday mentorship call. And of course, every day we have our self-discipline camp call and so much more life-changing material. So I am just so grateful to be a part of this community. Shout out to everybody that was there at our Study and Grow Rich call today on Mondays. I host it every Monday, and we we have powerful coaches, Napoleon Hill certified coaches that teach the rest of the week. So I'm looking forward to the replays for that, and we would love to have you there. So again, I'll leave you with this. Are you making a committed decision to live in a state of faith, to be that other self? Or are you just falling, drifting by default, continuing to live the same results over and over and over, not truly fulfilling your true potential and feeling alive? I know I'm on fire this week, and it's through material like this, so I am so grateful. I hope you all have a wonderful day.